Hello, welcome back to the James Rambone Reviews for yet another episode. And in today's episode, I'm going to be talking about Spider-Man Across the Spiderverse, which is the direct sequel to Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse from 2018. Before I dive into my thoughts of Across the Spider-Verse, I'm just going to put it straight that Into the Spider-Verse is very good. I really like that movie. It's very straight to the point, very simple, and you're going to see with this my thoughts on the new movie that a lot more goes on in the new movie compared to this one, because it's more so just setting the stage for what it could actually be. So once you get to that, right, so the first movie's a 8.5 or a 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10 material sort of stuff, so you get all of that, right. Then once you dive into the second movie, I think this is where this franchise that Sony's developed and the animators and everyone working on it, they took it to the next level, because we're strapped in for another adventure with Miles Morales and Gwen Stacy, but we have all these other spider characters, and a lot more happens, and there's a lot more to appreciate about it. So when you're talking about an animation film, you've obviously got to mention the fact that there is the animation, and there are animated movies where they stick to one art style, but in this movie they use tons and tons of different kind of animations. Like some of it is like painting, palettes, all of that stuff, like animated stuff. They all mix it up. That's one good thing about it. Also, there is tons and tons of good character depth and development. To give an example of this, right, you get a villain called Spot, where he's this guy who's just a goofy comedic character in the start, but as you get later on in the movie, he wants to kill Miles Morales, and everybody in the Spider Society wants to go after the Spot. Also, let's just throw in the fact that there is a good range of characters in this movie, where you get like a pregnant woman and a rock star, and you get all these different perspectives. There's a Spider-Man from India, so it just shows you how many kind of different people there are in the multiverse and in this universe. And I heard this nitpick that, oh my god, the pregnant lady's woke and it's ruining the movie, it's hijacking the quality. When she doesn't even add that much into the movie, she kinda is just there along for the ride. Also, we have to mention Miguel O'Hara, Spider-Man 2099, where he's trying to ensure that the rules of the multiverse is up to good standards, and he wants to make sure the canon events are all right and nothing is destroyed or ruined or tampered with. So you get all of that kind of stuff. Also, the backstory of Gwen Stacy's very good, because we get to see her side of the story, and it's the first 20 minutes, and I never thought this movie at any point dragged on, because I've said a few times that it has a lot to offer, so we have to spend a lot of time there. So that's how I feel about the movie. There's also this cliffhanger that's not gonna appeal to everyone, because it just kind of ends. But if you already like the first movie, you already like the second movie, and you want to see more, it's like, yeah, I want to see more now. So this cliffhanger is okay. So there's all that stuff. Another thing to add is that I went with my friends, Phoenix, Manraj, and Tudor, and Phoenix isn't a big movie guy, as you all know, so he wasn't too big on it, but even he enjoyed it. And if you're not too big into Spider-Man, you're not going to connect with the movie so much, but as just a casual viewer, you're going to see the amazing visuals that it has to offer. That's another thing about the Spider-Man stuff. It's like there's a lot of good cameos and callbacks. There's even stuff to do with Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield. There's even a cameo of Miles Morales' cousin, uncle, the Prowler, from Spider-Man Homecoming, like his version of it. So you get all these other kind of cameos, and I would give this movie a 10 out of 10. Highly recommend it. It deserves to make as much money as it did. I can't wait for the next movie, Beyond the Spider-Verse, and I'm interested to see where that takes it, because I've already liked this movie, so I can't wait for the next one. And I would have to say that out of every other movie I've seen this year, this is one of the better ones. Like Mario was an animated film, but that was playing more on the nostalgia. This movie doesn't really play on tons of nostalgia. It does have callbacks and references, but there's such a deepened like philosophical story in between all of that stuff. So So it doesn't just rely on that stuff, so that's what's good about it. So I'm not entirely biased about it, given the fact that there's that cliffhanger in there. So other than that, really, I hope you enjoyed this review. Stay tuned for more James Rambling reviews, of course. I'll be talking about Mission Impossible 7, and there's so much to talk about with this movie, and it would have been a longer review, so I don't want to drag anything out. So yeah, I mean, I'm really excited. I've just talked all over the place about it with every kind of aspect that I wanted to cover. So yeah, bye. See ya for another review of the James Ramblin' Reviews, and remember, Across the Spiderverse lives up to the hype.